So next is we are going to go for the next one. Go to file, your new project. So new project is your UJT. Your UJT triggering your SCR circuit. So here in this case, browse D location I'm going to store. Okay. So it is already existing. So what we can have it as your UJT 3. So here in this case, okay. So UJT 3 also exists. So here in this case we will have it as UJT trig. Okay. So whatever name you want you can give. Now create a blank project. Okay. So again, now what we are going to do is, a blank screen has been created. We have to start placing the parts there. So go to place, part, your UJT you are going to have it as 2N2646. So you are going to have your 2N2646. So this BJT, so this UJT we will take, and take your UJT here, place it. So once you place it, end mode. So after ending it, you are going to have like this. So next is we have to place 2 resistors there. So we'll go for your resistance. So R, so resistance R I'm going to take. So take the resistance, rotate it, place one resistance at one base terminal and the other resistance at the other base terminal, and here one more resistance you place it at this base terminal there. So once you place it, escape. Now we have placed 3 resistance. Next is your capacitance. So capacitance you are going to take, select it, again rotate that capacitance and place it here. So escape. Now we are going to, so we have placed the capacitance. Next is we need your DC voltage. So VDC. So VDC we have taken, that VDC voltage we are going to place it here. So once I place it, press N mode. So after that what I have to do is I have to do the necessary connections there. So these are my wires. So now I'll take your wire here. So place wire. So directly I can connect it here. So this one is going to be connected to this resistance. Next is this voltage supply you are going to connect it to So this one we are going to connect it like this. Next is this resistor N, I am going to connect it to this capacitance, and this one I am going to connect it to your base junction here. Next is this one I am going to connect it to your X1. Again here a connection is being left out, so we will connect that also. So we connected it, escape. Again take your wire. So here the connection is missing. So connect it, escape. Next is again take your wire. So here you connect it. Then connect it here. So now connect it here. So I've connected it. So escape. Next is I have to connect the ground terminal. So ground terminal, take the ground. So this is a 0 or 0 capsum. OK. So here OK means you are going to place the ground terminal here. So now escape. So escape is you are going to connect it here. So now we have to fix the voltages. So voltages, so here if I am going to click it, it is going to be 25 volts. So 25 volts I am going to give OK. And this voltage is nothing but it is going to be applied across your base terminal. So click on that, you will be getting here your VBB voltage. So OK. Next is your resistance. Your resistance, it is going to decide your time constant. So click on this. Instead of 1K, have it as 57.4K. So OK. This capacitance value, you are going to have it as, value is going to be 0.02 microfarad, 02 U. So OK. Next is we have to fix your resistor values, your base resistor value. So we call this as RB1. So 100 ohm resistance, here OK. Again here it is a 100 ohm resistance, have it as OK here. Once it is over, then what you should do is, now the circuit connection is over there. Now I have to go to PSpice, new simulation profile. So new simulation profile is going to be test, whatever name you want you can give, create. So once I created, a new window will be coming. So in this window I should set the simulation parameters, keep it as your time domain to be your time domain transient, and analysis automatically it will come. You should select your analysis type as time domain transient, general settings. Here it is going to be 10 milliseconds. So 10 milliseconds. Here the step size is going to be, to get a precise output, 0.0001 second. So here that is 1 millisecond. So now it is going to be OK. So once you set it, what you are going to do is, we are going to run the program. So run your program there. So when I run my program, I will be getting a simulation schematic there. So in this schematic, so here again it is shown that 2646 is going to be your undefined. So what that means, that your library has not been added up. So again you should go to your program, go to PSpice, edit simulation profile. So configuration files, in configuration file under category select your library, under then browse, go to browse your, I have kept that separate library here, that is your additional library, PSpice. In this, if you click, I require, this is your thyristor. So thyristor I am going to select it, open. So only that library has not been added up. Next is add to design, and then OK. So that means it has been added up. So once it is added up, now you can run the program. So now you can check whether there is any error or not. So run it. So now you can see your simulation profile. That means the window has come. That means your error is complete. No, there is going to be no error. Now we have to see the plot there. So a plot is going to be here. So to plot it, first I have to go to the program, place the marker there. So go to differential marker, across the capacitance I want to see, place the marker here and marker here. So next is I want to measure the output across your RB2. So place the marker here, that is your output, and this is the voltage across the capacitance there. So now I can see my output here. So if I am going to see here, so voltage across the capacitor, this is your charging and this is going to be a discharging curve here. Again a charging, this is your discharging, voltage across the capacitance, and this is going to be the spike or the triggering pulse that is going to be generated across your RB2 resistor there. So here in this case, if I want, so add plot to window means I can add a plot to window, that is a separate plot here. So here I can move this window there. So if I am going to move it, so add plot to window. So once you plot it, then you can move it. So here in this case, right click it, So you can see that your add plot is here. You can add the plot here. Then you can copy it and then paste it there. So here in this case, if I want to copy it, I can go for the properties. This properties is going to be your width there. So just you know that this is your output waveform. Here you are going to have a charging and discharging graph. This is the capacitance charging and discharging, and this is going to be the spike that is going to be generated there. So this is your UJT triggering circuit there.